Well, Russ, in terms of the FA Cup, job done. It's all about getting through, isn't it, really?
Yeah, exactly that. And professional performance. I think we controlled the game without being excellent, but we did enough to get through, which was the sole aim.
Because they are tricky little ties, aren't they? Because Tamworth have come here thinking, well, we can cause a shock here.
Yeah, I think it was much more than just a tricky tie. They're flying in the league below. If the fixture was reversed and it was at their ground, I think it would have been a hell of a lot harder. But circumstances in their team helped us in their team selection, unfortunately. We took full advantage of what we had on the pitch on Saturday to get the job done. Then
came the draw, and you're away at Cheshunt.
Yeah, so we'll get them watched over the next week. They've got a couple of games like ourselves. Difficult game because it's a one-off and we're at their place, so they're going to be confident. But we will be when we go there. Like I said, we've got 2 games before that, which are really our priority at the moment.
Yes, but away ties in the FA Cup, we go back to last season, they wouldn't hold too many fears for you. You had enough of them last time, right?
Yeah, we did. Listen, I'd rather be at home. I think, since me and Jim have been in charge, we've made this place a bit of a fortress, really. But, a job's got to be done there. I'll come 2 weeks on Saturday. A week on Saturday.
So now then, you're going to face 3 consecutive away games, starting at Kettering.
Yeah, 3 tough games. Kettering first, obviously we know what that place is like. We've actually got a good record there, so we'll look forward to go there Saturday, followed by Buxton away on Tuesday, and then the FA Cup next Saturday. So yeah, tough week, but everyone's got the same, haven't they? So no excuses.
What would you expect from Kettering?
I expect them to try and back up their victory on Saturday in the FA Cup. Know the manager and how he wants to play and the players he's brought in, so it's got to be a tough game, but we'll take a couple of hundred there, supporters. It's a localish game, and hopefully we can give something to cheer about.
Just a word about your away support, because generally it's very good, isn't it? Very
good for the level, and I know when things are going well, they back us like they did with the numbers at Brackley. Unfortunately we were poor that day, but when we give them something to cheer about, they really do back us.
Every manager has always told me you don't really look at league tables until you're about 10 games in. You're getting close to that now, aren't you, really? So is it starting to kind of settle down as you imagined pretty much you might do?
I look at it every day, to be honest. I think it's what you're in the job for. The chairman definitely looks at it every day anyway. So no, they always say that marker of 10 games, you get to feel the league. I've already felt it, to be honest. I think the new teams that have come up have given us a new lease of life. They've come with momentum, and the top teams, i.e. your Folds, your Kings Lynn, have got to be there or thereabouts. Some teams will be disappointed with how they've started, but it's a long season.
Usually when we're doing interviews such as this, it's very easy perhaps to dwell on things that you can improve on, shall we say. But what's pleased you about Harriers' performances so far this season?
I think we've had to be adaptable. Unfortunately we've been riddled with injuries. It's been a killer, really. Some big players, i.e. your Morgan Smiths and your Tom Owen Evans, Jack Byrne, the Liverpool lad, and these are big players for what we're trying to build here. So to say the lads who are wearing the shirt at the moment are really putting in some good performances. Yes, we're not firing on all cylinders, but if this is what we like without firing on all cylinders, then there's lots to look forward to.
Bring us up to date on the injury situation. As you mentioned, you've got a few.
Yeah, well, Tom Owen Evans had a scan yesterday, so we're waiting to hear the results back of that. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Morgan Smith took a knock when he come on Saturday. That just seems to sum us up at the moment. Joe Folks has come through training this week, which is great news, and Jack Byrne is available. So all good.
What's been the problem with Jack Byrne?
He overstretched his hip flexor, which is just a freak incident, really, the day before Scarborough. So he's 2 weeks treatment table, but he's fine now.
It'd be good to see him, really, because obviously we haven't seen much of him yet.
Yeah, the kid's so sharp and he's desperate to play. He's been at the club for a month now and he absolutely loves it. So I think you're going to see some really exciting performances from Jack this season, but we just need to get him up to speed now.
And finally, it's the age-old thing, isn't it? You get a decent result at Kettering, that kicks on then into the midweek game.
Yeah, we've got to back up our last couple of performances in the league. Fylde, I thought we were excellent, very unfortunate not to win the game, and the game before that was Spennymoor, which probably our best performance of the season. So we're going into it in really good form. Like I said, injuries, everyone has the injuries, and Kettering will be looking to have their objectives on Saturday, but we have to focus on ourselves. Tough place to go, I know that, but our record going there of late is quite good.
But if you look at the last 3 games, very last point, defensively you're looking good. I think you've only conceded 1 in the last 3.
Yeah, you know, I think our team's built on the defence. I do like clean sheets. I like being strong from set pieces. I like being organised. And listen, Chief and Nat, they've played nearly 1,000 league games between them. So I don't have to coach them. They're just proper professionals who want to do things right. And beside them, I think you've got probably two of the best fullbacks in the league. So at the moment, you know, they're picking themselves.
That's great. Thank you, Dan.
I just wanted a quick word on one of the two that you mentioned lastly there in Caleb, because all of his teammates were pleased to see him get a goal, and I know you said he did a little speech in the dressing room. He must have been delighted, because he's been more or so, I guess, a threat in that area this season. We've seen it. It's almost been coming, hasn't it, the last few games? Yeah,
I think he'll agree with me. I think his final product's been quite poor this season up until the last 2 or 3 games. The kid doesn't even score in training, so that's how much the goal meant to him. Funny enough, the day after, 2 days after in training, he scored. So I'm hoping it becomes quite a common theme now. But no, I think it shows you how much he's respected by the celebrations. Listen, the kid was outstanding for us last season, and he's been outstanding this season, and his standards are very high. So I was delighted for him.